Hello, Lolo, and welcome to another Rangaroo cast. I'm me, Rangaroo, and today we are doing a 1v1 mud fight. So, on the left hand side in blue, playing as blue 4, we got Ron123. And I know it sounds a bit silly when I say that. And then right on the right hand side, in red, playing as red 4, we got the Italian Stallion, or otherwise known as a Ferrari. So, we're going to speed things up and get things going. Italian Stallion playing in Eastern Bloc deck. Royal Ron is going for what seems to be a general blue 4. And away we go. And hopefully this fight will not be too dirty. And a little bit of reconnaissance up top from both sides. Nothing crazy. The main force being down bottom now. Do are seeing some M8 Panzer builds, which is an interesting choice because they're really fast and they're pretty good for scouting, but their gun is just terrible. Absolutely terrible. I had trouble killing World War II tanks. You think you'd have a little bit of trouble killing some modern day armor. But here we got the Mitsubishi Chumatch already on the prowl and had a pretty good position to start sniping all this stuff. If I get a bit closer. Yo, Italian has managed to get into the town first with LSCRs, and of course the more Truchin reinforcements are slowly moving in behind. He's gotten a smoke to stop the Chumatch from shooting, and the Concour's getting some snipes on some blue stuff over here. And it's a very good maneuvering. Got the BMPs moving down bottom. Yo, the Chumatch are in position. They are taking some long range hits. It is very interesting using the Chumatch on the vehicles. I mean, you don't really see vehicle ATGMs all too often because they're not really great. But against his BMPs, he does have the range advantage, and the Chumatch are a rather good missile system. Got Maror in the land as well and loading some Fusilier 90s, but the Fusiliers ain't gonna be enough. This is a very good attack, very good opener from Italian Stallion. He's getting into Alpha, moving LSCRs and BMPs and other more troops in it, while getting his tanks and other infantry to hold the town. And of course it always comes down to whoever caps Alpha wins the match. And those Chumatch running out of ammo, getting a bit too close. And the problem is that when they do get a bit too close, they are very, very easily killed. We do have some street ATGM guys, you know, the S56 taking some shots, forcing the Roka Moderna into the forest. As more Teutons move through to clear up Alpha. And an Mi-25 being brought up, bringing up some infantry. Wait, if that's an MI... Okay, that's a Czech one. I thought for a second that was the North Korean one, and I was a bit confused, because I mean it'd be a general red deck, but nope, the Czechs have a transport Mi-25. And speaking of transports, there's Puma over here, unloading 2 SAS squad in a rather sneaky position. Flanking around. And if he can plant them, if he can get Run into Echo, try to snipe CV, and then keep the second run over here to, you know, snipe helicopters as they fly over. It seems like he's going to be sending the second into Alpha, and he could probably get a few kills, but once he gets spotted, it's going to be rather tough. The Mi-25 flying in rather close. And this SAS dude about to run out of ammo, managing to get one hit on the 25. The second guy going in, getting the kill. And a very good maneuvering from Italian Stallion, managing to get into the enemy side of the forest in Alpha. And this will prove to be a rather pain in the ass to recontain. As Ron brings up more reinforcements, Rory and Milan, which ain't exactly the best APC to bring up. Just auto cannon is rather pants. And there we go, MacArthur Therese, the king of forest fighting. Even after its nerf. We got Czech Special Infantry going to be shooting down the Puma and chasing Ray the SAS. And this SAS squad in a rather sneaky position, trying to get some hits on the BMP runs. Get them on shooting. Oh, they're going to outnumber him, that's for sure. As they charge into the town. For the greater good of East Germany. And those Roy Milan's getting some hits in the rope. Forcing the rope to fall back, even the mortars getting some good shots in it too, and I believe the Moderna got killed. Definitely seems so, and well, killing the Moderna is a good thing to do. And like 35 being brought up, and well, yeah, don't really have much AA over here, so it's definitely going to have a rather fun time shooting these lightly armoured vehicles. Yeah, there isn't really any AA over here at all. Even this Italian Stallion doesn't have any AA. It's motors, AKMs, but that's really it. So both sides could definitely take an advantage of that, bring up some planes. But Ron getting some stormers awfully close to the town. It seems like they're almost going to get in there unmolested. But yeah, Ron123 getting some good rocket hits in the Martusians, firing a array of RPKs. Curve providing some infantry support. But Ron, at least he managed to recapture the top left-hand side of Alpha. He's trying to move into the rest of the point, but yeah, Rilk is proving to be a pain. The McCurvis should be able to kill it. He's only on a 3 HP left. Mortar's trying to soften it up too, but once again these helicopters coming through, and there's nothing really to stop him. Even using their cannon, there we go, Trent Rapier in the right position. You know, it fails to shoot down in my 35, which is rather embarrassing. And it may be a good idea for Italian Stallion to move back his flying chariots. But Ron is making some very good progress, and McCurvature is moving right through that forest. They don't give a rat chance watching there. Just around their McCurvers. And oh, they do kill the rope. And he does manage to gain infantry support into the town. Messiahs, RPSs, all that good stuff. Seems like he's playing a mechanized deck. I'm guessing he's playing a mechanized deck. I mean, can you get Panzer Bills mechanized? Because it is... Okay, yes you can, even though it is a wheeled vehicle. I guess it's just really good. And yeah, Ron managing to miraculously take complete control over Delta and Alpha. Completely wiping out all Red 4 reinforcements. Definitely McCurve is helping out a lot in that big infantry push into the town. But he is going to be wary because we've got an M2 Moderna and an M1 Rogue here. And all we have is some McCurve 2As and a Moderna. It's definitely going to make short work of any vehicles if they can get into range. So Ron is going to have to use his ATGMs to great effect to try and stop his tank from getting much damage done. And this mortar unit's in a rather out of position right on top of a hill. Gonna be repositioning, yo. As Italian Stallion gets his forces ready, unloading the Martusians, BMPs in play. Curvature flanking around, trying to get Moderna, but fails to get the kill. Got Martusians and BMPs flanking around the bottom hand side. And it seems like he's going for a two-pronged assault. The first, a small infantry mechanized force going through, cutting through the bottom of Alpha. And the second big force going under the cover of smoke, attacking into the town with fire support. MiG-29 dropping in the bombs. And this will be a sight to see. The rogue does provide cover and fire. You bet there's not any two-match around here. He does have a land. Going to be moving in close, but it's not going to be enough to kill that rogue. There we go, shoe match in position. A little bit too close BMP2s, using the auto cannons to great effect. And mortars firing onto that town. There's not much heavy infantry rise here. We got the Messiahs, but that's really it, and they're pretty low in ammunition. MiG-29 dropping in the bombs. Some more thermodynamic hell. And this is a really good counterattack from Italian Stallion. He's completely unopposed through Alpha. And he's flanking around. If he could get some tanks into his position, he could start getting some very good sight shots on all the stuff behind the town. It does seem like he lost his McCurva yet. Oh, Moderna, I mean. Yeah, he did. Sight shotted by the RBS, and that's a rather crappy way to lose that vehicle. And goddamn right of the rockets and that thing has to be so loud. Boy, that firepower to kill one tracked rapier. Getting a good stab to the side of it. More napalm once again. And even though he is getting some very good kills, he doesn't really have any follow-up forces to retake the town. Though he does have stuff in Alpha, which is helping out quite a bit. We got mortars trying to hit the concourse. Nothing big, and there we go. It hit on the Messiahs. Messiata? I don't know how you really say it. Not exactly good with pronunciation. And just as you can see, these MiG-29s are coming in really nearly. There's nothing to stop him. No AA whatsoever. Just strength rapiers, and these are the ones that are more suited to deal with helicopters. He really needs to get some anti-plane AA if he wants to get rid of all these nasty planes. But they are getting good kills. But still to remember, Ron does have the point lead, and he still has the ground forces in the town, which is all that really matters. Maltusians getting beat up by mortars and stormers. And this is a pretty good counter-attack from Ron, forcing these infantry guys to retreat. And here comes another Moderna. With no real anti-tank stuff in sight, it is going to be able to move up close, or not too close. The Sayat 13 can get some hits with their smalls. And do they have? Yeah, they do have long range with those smalls, and damn. Even though it doesn't have the best AP power, it's actually pretty good AP power, am I thinking? I mean, it's no VDV-90, but, well, there's nothing that really comes close to VDV-90 in the first place. In terms of their rocket launcher. You've got some T-72s again, right close to the town, but a little bit silly. I keep zooming in on the wrong thing. The Sayat 13, they can't shoot the T-72 squad right next to him. There we go. One shot in the arse. And a second in the side armor, but it actually does survive, amazingly enough. That 6 side armor actually providing to be quite useful. And the second hit, away it goes. And we've got some follow-up forces in Alpha from Italian Stallion. Moderna getting close, using the total cannon to great effect. I'd say it's a Moderna. That's a decent auto cannon. Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, fire rate and really just the fire rate. That's just a little bit under compared to other smaller autocannons, but hey, it's not a tank, so who's going to complain? It still kills infantry. That's all that really matters. Number 25 moving in close, providing some close range fire support. Seems like while doing that, he is going to be unloading the infantry, and Riley Land, he is going to be briefly exposed, actually taken off immediately, which is some pretty good micro here. Number 25 flying in completely unopposed, as you can see, no AA in sight, and this is a big problem with Ron. I mean, his opponent doesn't have much AA either, but he's not really taking full advantage of that. He could definitely get some more planes and helicopters to start messing up all these tanks in the open. I mean, this Rilk is just begging to get ATGM claimed. Stallion slowly gaining the point lead. With 12 minutes left at plus run, he can catch up to that 156, and here comes the reinforcements to reinforce the town. This has definitely been a back and forth between, you know, this town. I mean, it first runs into Ron's hand, or Italian's hand, and Ron took it back, and now Italian has retaken control, and it seems like he's planning to stay. He's got a lot more shootings in LCRs. Maybe a good idea to get an ATGM concourse squad into the town to help, you know, rear off any vehicles. So just have one concourse squad here. There we go, the napalm once again. Fantastic hit. And it's just still not much AA here. We got tracked rapiers, but yeah, shit. That's all he has. We got his O3 AKMs. a little bit in the middle of nowhere. I have no fuel. We got the Kernas dropping in some bombs. There we go, some air superiority. Or CAS, I should really say, from Ron. He does have a block on patrol. That's gonna help dealing with those MiG-29s that come out. Italian Stallion, yeah, he's gonna get CV on Delta. That's gonna bring it up to a very nice +2. Though not for long as an M38 comes in to neutralise the point. You know, it's a little bit out in the open. Oh my word, look at his flanking manoeuvre. BMPs and more shooting, getting around the side here. And the LCRS is going to be charging that tank here. It does get killed by a Moderna, and this is probably going to be a GG. Italian Stallion just makes some very good plays here. MiG-29 dropping in the nape. Mirage, good measure. Get shot down, and that'll be a good game. Italian Stallion taking the victory with a 1,700 point advantage, and he won that match because he had bombers bombing the crap out of Ron123, and Ron didn't have, I didn't see a single piece of anti-plane AA or radar AA from him, which, well, if he had AA out, he definitely could have stopped those planes from bombing him to bits and pushing him back. Because he had a very good stronghold on that town. He had McCurvers and whatnot. But once those tanks rode in, the planes dropped the bombs, he didn't have anything to stop it. And just a good example of why AA is important, especially AA nets. And well, I'm going to leave it off at that. This has been another Rangrookers. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as usual, please just take it easy.